Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Breaking news in the world of politics, folks. The Starcene Scoop has the latest on a developing story that's got everyone talking. Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, just found himself on the wrong end of a lawsuit. According to court documents, Trump is being sued over funding cuts made by the state of Georgia, alleging that these cuts amount to retaliatory, viewpoint-based discrimination. Now, let's dive deeper into what's going on here. The issue revolves around funding for a voter ID law in Georgia, which Trump had previously supported. However, after he left office, the governor and legislature decided to cut off funding for this program. The problem is that these cuts disproportionately affected certain groups of people, namely, those from minority communities who are more likely to be impacted by restrictive voting laws. The lawsuit claims that by withholding funds, the state was essentially trying to silence these groups and limit their ability to vote. That's a pretty serious allegation, folks. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The lawsuit also claims that Trump's support for this voter ID law in the past amounts to an admission of viewpoint-based discrimination. In other words, by endorsing the law, Trump was essentially saying that he supported limiting access to voting based on certain groups' identities or affiliations. The Starcene Scoop has dug up some interesting info here. Did you know that a similar lawsuit was filed against Texas back in 2020? The court ultimately ruled that the state's voter ID law was indeed discriminatory, citing a lack of evidence showing that it would significantly reduce voter fraud. So, it seems like Trump might be facing similar challenges. This whole situation has got everyone talking about the limits of free speech and the role of government in enforcing certain values. But one thing is for sure, the Starcene Scoop will keep you updated on this developing story as more information becomes available. Stay tuned for further updates, folks. We'll be keeping an eye on this one to see how it plays out. And if you're thinking about sharing your thoughts on viewpoint-based discrimination, we want to hear from you. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments section below.